Welcome to Trade Tech 2010, the world's largest equity trading conference. We want to thank all of you for being here. We know some of you had a very difficult journey to get here.
We've been really encouraged by the support we had from our delegates and sponsors. We had some amazing stories of lengthy journeys and adventures people have been through to get here.
For example, 5 Italian exhibitors have driven here from Rome via Milan in their Fiat Uno with their exhibition stand.
We have some Russian delegates who, having flown to Germany, then hired a minibus and drove all the way to London.
One exhibitor from Sweden spent 26 hours behind the wheel of a car to get here.
We have some Mexican brokers who flew from Mexico to Dallas, then on to New York, then on to Madrid, and then boarded a bus to come here to London to join Trade Tech.
This is, of course, our 10th anniversary, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Bloomberg, SunGard, Fidessa, Line Data, Neonet, and Deutsche Börse, who have supported us every year for the last 10 years and have helped the event become what it is.
A special thank you to our lead sponsors, Barclays Capital. Thank you very much for their continual support, help with developing the program, finding interesting speakers, giving us good new ideas for the topics and discussions. We shall be hearing from Justin Bull, the Chief Operating Officer of Barclays Capital, in a moment.
As it is our 10th anniversary, we'd like to invite all of you to join us for our 10th birthday drinks party tonight at 6:30, next door to the exhibition area.
There have been some changes in the program. Inevitably, some people have got stuck and some speakers have had to be replaced. We are probably missing about 4 or 5 speakers. Most of them have made it to London, and we shall have 2 keynote addresses this morning via a video link from the US, from Deutsche Bank and from State Street Global Advisors. Everything else stayed pretty much the same. We're going to have 5 conference streams, and of course stream 4 on the agendas that you've been given downstairs is the regulatory buy-side think tank for the buy-side to meet with the regulators and give them their feedback.
We have a lot to get through this morning, so we're going to hand you over to our chairman for this morning, Adam Shaw from the BBC. Adam is an award-winning financial reporter and presenter and is one of the best-known financial reporters on television and radio. He's presented BBC Two's Working Lunch and is the business presenter on the Today programme on Radio 4. He also presented BBC One's Business Breakfast and also the Panorama programme Who is Saving the Savers. He writes for several newspapers and is the author of several books including Political Rhubarb, Money and How to Make More of It, Managing Credit and Investing Basics. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Shaw.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming, despite the Icelandic volcano. One has to wonder if they misheard when we asked for cash to pay back for their failed banks. They sent us ash. But anyway, thank you for coming. As they said, I did present Working Lunch. You might, I don't know if you've ever watched that in the way of the BBC. We put on a business program at midday when anyone doing business is actually unable to watch. But there we are. It used to be described, actually, Working Lunch was always described as the most popular daily business program on telly, which is the BBC. Everything we say is always true. It's also the only daily business program on telly, which helps us enormously on that. I don't know if my voice sounds familiar. I do the Today program, so you may be whispering to you as you're lying naked in bed. That's how we like to think of you, anyway. It's the 10th conference and the first in London, so welcome to London. I mean, it's certainly, I think, a momentous time for us all to be gathered here, both clearly in terms of the economy and pulling ourselves out of recession, certainly in terms of politics, perhaps one of the most interesting elections we're going to be seeing for a very long time. And it's time, I think, which people are looking at your world, at the investment world, through new eyes, and we'll hope today to be looking at some of those visions of the future, the opportunities certainly, the pitfalls, the changing structure, I think, that we may see over the next few years. And what's, I think, so interesting about what we're going to do today is that we're not just talking to people who are predicting the future, but we're talking to people who are shaping that future. And we really have some fantastic guests, some world-class financial leaders.